So we're here at Heritage Health Academy with Kim, who's going to be my model for the next two exercises. The first exercise we're going to look at is the 100. It's a very famous Pilates exercise. It develops good abdominal strength and control, but it does it within the framework of you having to think about what the rest of your body is doing. So it builds up a mindfulness about the exercises. We're going to start right at the beginning and go through several progressions. Be comfortable in what you're doing before you progress. You can't do Pilates until you can do Pilates. So we take things slowly, we work within your capacity, and then we gradually layer on the degrees of difficulty as we progress. So Kim, if you want to come down to a laying position, so just sweep forward a little bit. Remember, if you're working out on the mat, to make yourself comfortable, make sure your head's on the mat. Now, just a note, for some people when they lay on their back to exercise in this position, they get a big hollow here under their neck. Usually, if they're a bit rounded in their upper back, you get a large gap, and it's not a comfortable position to exercise from. So what you can do is get a block and place it under your head. It doesn't make the exercise easier, it makes it less uncomfortable. My argument is then that you can concentrate on doing the exercise if you're in a comfortable position. However, Kim's got a great build, she's got a great spine, and she doesn't need them. But just a thought, if you lay on your back and your chin's right up in the air, simply place a block behind your head and you'll be less uncomfortable. So the first thing we're going to do to prepare is to take a breath in. As you breathe in, slide your arms and your shoulder blades along the floor, and then breathe out and relax. Do that several times. Breathe in, slide shoulder blades, arms on the floor, and lengthen your spine. Then breathe out and lift head, shoulders and your arms off the floor. So if you come up now, Kim, not too high. Now your head wants to be more vertical rather than horizontal. So this position will cause stress in your neck. However, if you just tilt your head down, so you make your head a little bit more vertical, the mass of your head is then over your shoulders. So it's easier to bear that weight. Roll the exercise down and relax. So this isn't like a crunch, and it's certainly not like a sit-up. Those exercises are fine, but it's not what we're doing. Take a breath in, slide arms and shoulder blades down the floor. Breathe out, raise. Imagine there's a hinge at your sternum. So you make this gentle curve at the front of your body, and of course, there's tightness and there's awareness and there's a degree of work going on in your tummy muscles. It's not a sit-up though. Relax, take it all the way down. Breathe in, breathe out, lift. Now, can you hold this position as you breathe in and out? This is going to test your concentration and your muscular endurance. When you start to struggle, come out of the exercise. Roll it down and relax. So, progressions. As you get stronger and better conditioned, you've got two choices. You can do the same exercise for longer, for more repetitions, or you can do what I think is more beneficial and certainly more stimulating, is you make the exercise harder. So you don't get fitter by doing something that you can already do more often or for more repetitions. You increase the difficulty of the exercise, not necessarily the repetitions or the time that you do it. So, from the basic abdominal lift, breathe in and prepare, breathe out and lift. Now, we're going to add this little pumping of your arms that we call arm beats. So, if you just do that gently, that's it. The movement, just build the movement up a bit now. A bit bigger, even bigger than that. Perfect. Now, that's going to generate momentum and movement. The challenge is that you use your stability, your coordination and your control to overcome that. So as Kim's beating her arms quite vigorously there, the rest of her body is staying really still, including the head. The neck staying relaxed because you've got that vertical position. And in this extended hold, of course, it's more challenging on your abdominal muscles. Slightly tighten the muscles under your armpit as you're doing this. Your arm should be stiff. It's not a limp movement. It's quite a vigorous movement. So just for your last few, Kim, just take the movement up even a little bit bigger. That's it. And there we go into the 100. So named because you do 100 of them. Generally, breathing in for 5 beats and out for 5 beats. Sometimes I breathe in for 10 and out for 10. It's not that important. The alignment, The precision and the quality of your movement is what's important. Bring that to a stop, Kim, and roll yourself down and relax. Another progression, this time we're going to work from the lower body to make the exercise a little bit harder and more challenging. Roll yourself up into the 100 again, Kim. Perfect. Now, we're in neutral in the middle of our body. Your back is neither pressed in nor arched up. It's somewhere in between. It's a neutral or natural position. We take one leg up and you're still in a neutral or natural position. To take the second leg up, we have to imprint our spine. If Kim was to take her second leg up now, her back would have to work very hard against the weight of her legs. So, we bring hip and ribs slightly together. It gently depresses your lower back into the floor, and then it's safe to take both legs up. And in itself, that's a challenging position, to keep the alignment of your upper body and to bear the weight of your legs. The next stage, however, is to do leg drops. Kim, I want you to drop one leg down from your hip and just tap your toe on the floor. And then draw it all the way back up. And then repeat with the opposite leg. So we can see the weight of this leg coming out, due to leverage, is going to put a lot of stress on Kim's abdominal muscles. Do a few more repetitions, Kim. It's important that you move from the hip and don't just bend the leg. So if Kim did this badly, this would happen. She would just bend her knee. There's no real loading there. So the movement comes from the hip. It's the hip joint that moves, and you stay imprinted. You keep the hip and the rib gently drawn together and your lower back gently flattened into the floor. To come out of the exercise safely, put one leg down, then the second leg, and roll your upper body down. By way of a release, just to take any tension or stress off your lower back, pull both knees into your chest and just give them a little hug. 10-15 seconds or for however long you feel that you need. There's no special number, doesn't matter. Return to your exercise, and we're going to do one more progression. So we'll do the 100, we'll do the arm beats, and we'll do the leg lowering from the hip to really take this to quite a difficult level of progression. So upper body rolls up first on an out breath. Raise one leg. Go into imprint and raise the second leg 90 degrees at the hip and 90 degrees at your knee. Start the arm beats, nice and vigorous. One leg lowers and it draws back up. Second leg lowers and it draws back up. Do a few more reps, Kim. A vigorous arm movement, good abdominal control, good movement from the hip, imprinting all the time to protect your lower back, working on the alignment of your head so that neck fatigue doesn't become an overriding factor in this exercise. And to do that, keep your head vertical as opposed to horizontal. That's your last one. Now we'll come out of the exercise safely. Stop the arms, one leg down. Second leg down, you can go from imprint to neutral and then roll your body down and give your knees a hug into your chest. Take any tension or discomfort off your lower back. And then pop your legs down. And there's a few progressions of the 100.